All right, so I want to talk about a couple of things for a few minutes or so. Valve is going 2 for 2 on this video. The TLDR version is players in Deadlock will have the option to transform cheaters into frogs before sending them to face the might of the VAC banhammer at the end of the match. Absolutely love this one. Then there's also changes to the Steam subscriber agreement in regards to binding arbitration. Because I know nothing about legal proceedings, I thought it would be interesting to learn a little bit more about the situation and share my findings on a video. So if you have a few minutes to spare and you want to stick around, you need some background noise, whichever is the reason that made you click on this video, I appreciate you being in here. So let's tango. So for the people at the back, Steam has an automated system that detects cheats installed on users' computers. So when you connect to a VAC secure server with these identifiable cheats installed on your PC, you're going to get issued a permanent ban. This cannot be lifted, and you will always have a reminder on your account that you are a cheater. So Yoshi made a post in relation to Deadlock stating the following. When a user is detected as cheating, during the game session, the opponents will be given a choice between banning the user immediately and ending the match, or turning the cheater into a frog for the rest of the game and then banning them afterwards. When a match is ended this way, the results will not count for other players. Now I'm going to leave a link in the Show Me More section in case you want to check the full post. There's plenty of information in there, but what I want to focus on is this little video with the effect shown on this post by Deadlock Intel. There's this wee frog jumping around, and this is something that I really hope to see happening more. It's people getting in the habit of using this sort of options. I know this is a huge can of worms in regards to clowning players or in this public shaming set, but we need to keep in mind that this is cheaters that we're talking about, and I don't think I have any issues going forward with tools like this one. Just saying. Now, Valve then went 2 for 2 by cutting binding arbitration from its Steam user agreement. Now, I had no idea this was going to turn into this huge rabbit hole where I'm now looking into a lot of legal documents. But because I have little legal knowledge, correct me in the comments if you spot anything wrong with the following. In their community post, they say, we've eliminated the requirement that disputes be resolved by individual arbitration. And to my understanding is that the dispute process where there's a disagreement in between two parties, let's say a user and a company, had to be resolved by a neutral third party, which is called the arbitrator, and it will be done outside of court. They continue, as always, we encourage you to contact Steam support when you have any issues, as that will nearly always be the best way to reach a solution. But if that doesn't work, the updated Steam subscriber agreement now provides that any disputes are to go forward in court instead of arbitration. Now, I pulled up the differences in between court and arbitration, and in short, arbitration is usually private, more flexible, and a quicker process, as opposed to court proceedings, which are usually public, formal, longer, and oftentimes more expensive. They continue. We've also removed the class action waiver as well as the cost and fee shifting provisions that were in prior versions of the SSA. Now, a class action waiver is a clause in a contract that prevents individuals from joining together to file a lawsuit as a group, which is known as a class action. Companies use this waiver to limit their liability and reduce the number of lawsuits they might face as class actions that can lead to significant financial exposure. So, correct me if I'm wrong here, a person on its own might not be able to afford all the legal fees to pursue legal action, but a group of people might be able to collectively afford all these legal fees and then proceed with legal action. And then this is why they have the clause in place. Come around here. Cost and fee shifting provisions are clauses that dictate who pays the legal fees and costs associated with the lawsuit. So some clauses might require the losing party to pay the winning party's legal fees, or may limit how much one party can recover in terms of costs. So The goal for this is to discourage individuals from pursuing legal actions, as they might be responsible for paying the costs in case they lose the legal action. So by removing both of these clauses, Valve is allowing users to join class actions, so group together to, I don't know, sue the machine, and not imposing restrictive financial conditions on legal disputes, which I think is an awesome thing to do. So if any of those make sense, not make sense, if I'm wrong or if something is incorrect, feel free to correct me in the comment section below. I appreciate you doing so. Thanks very much for watching. Appreciate you being in here. This took far longer to record than I was expecting. But yeah, thanks very much for being in here. Stay metal, everyone.